Hello, good to see you both. What happened here? Oh no. Good to see you all. That sounds like a tough thing you're going through. So let me know how I can be there for you. All right. Good to see you though. Isaac, how have you been? Right. Mm. Sounds scary. Well, let me know how I can be there for you. Okay. Good to see you both. Nina, good to see you. I've missed you. I'm back. I'm back. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a lucky guy. Shoot me a text, or rather, and just tell me when your availability is, and we'll find something this month. Great to see you. See you. Yeah, how about 'em? Oh, I am. Know that. I've been out of it the last few days. Now, I feel like the Mets have spent more money to not light the world on fire, though. So, spent a lot of money. Yeah, they spent a lot of money. Verlander, Scherzer. You'll do it for half the. Well, then tell me you'll do it for half the price. Exactly. It's a bargain. Oops. That's probably my thing has been making some weird noises. Let me check and see for the Zoom. Yeah, I think if we go down on the steps, they won't see us.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, where it says the kids are here, do they come up on the stairs or do
They can just stay on there, I think.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So good to see so many of you, especially our third and fourth graders. Nice to see you. Raise your hand if you're in third grade. Raise your hand if you're in fourth grade. All right. Carol, you're in fourth grade. How many times through fourth grade has this been for you? There you go. I actually love my fourth grade teacher. I would have done that year again. Well, so great to see you all. I haven't been here for a while because I don't know if you heard, my wife and I had a new baby girl, and so I took a little time off to be with my family. Thank you. Hold for applause. And so thank you. But I'm now back, and I'm so thrilled that my first official Friday night back is this really special one because it's been a few months since I've been leading some Friday night services, so I've almost forgotten how to do it. But fortunately, the cantor said, don't worry, we're going to bring in our really smart third and fourth graders who are going to help you, Rabbi, and they'll do a great job. So I have no doubt. But I just missed you all so much. You have no idea how much I missed you. And people ask me, how does it feel to be back? Are you sad or did you like it? I said, it feels so good when we can be together. So how about we start off by singing a song about how good it is when brothers and sisters and family and friends come and sit together. It's called Hine Mato. I think our students know this one. So how about you join in with the cantor?
Hine mato umanai shevet achim gam yachad. Hine mato umanai shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet
Come get a
it is.
shaker to be together on this day. good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. Sing with us. Hine matov umanai shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanai shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. Sing and shake a shaker. Hine matov umanai shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanai shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat. Now, there's this story that all the days of the week we're supposed to pair up and join together with another day. So every single day of the week paired up with another day. Sunday paired up with Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday became buddies. Thursday, Friday became buddies also. But what's the problem if you try and pair up all the days of the week? What do you think? Yeah. You nailed it. There's an odd number, which means that there's going to be one day that doesn't have a partner. And that one day happened to be Saturday, Shabbat. And Shabbat felt very sad about this because every other day was paired up. And people would say, whatever I do on Tuesday, I'll do on Wednesday also. Whatever I do on Thursday, I'll do on Friday. And Shabbat said, well, what about me? I'm all alone. And according to this story, God said, Shabbat, I'll be your partner. And so when we sing L'Hadodi, what we're witnessing is Shabbat and God coming together as partners. And it's supposed to feel almost like a wedding. So we're going to turn in our blue book here, our blue Siddur, Mishkan Tefillah, to page 138 as we sing L'Hadodi.
Let's hear you shake these shakers while I start this out. L'Hadodi likrat kala ene Shabbat nekavela la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la la ya la la L'Hadodi, help me out. Likrat kala ene Shabbat nekavela L'Hadodi likrat kala ene Shabbat nekavela. Verse 1. Shahar tizachor v'tidibur echad yishmianu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ol tiferet v'lichita L'Hadodi likrat kala ene Shabbat nekavela L'Hadodi likrat kala ene Shabbat nekavela likrat Shabbat כרכלה, הנה שבת מקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורף קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נבנה. Sing לך אדוני, לי כרכלה, הנה שבת לקבלה לך אדוני, לי כרכלה, הנה שבת לקבלה.
We're going to rise and face the entrance of our sanctuary to greet Shabbat.
Bye ושלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני העם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך אדוני, לי כרכלה. Sing with me. הנה שבת לקבלה, לך אדוני, לי כרכלה, הנה שבת לקבל. יא לה 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 לה, 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 יא לה 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 לה.
Well, now that we've greeted Shabbat, let's take a moment and greet one. How about you? Turn to somebody and wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And when you hear the music playing, we'll come back together.
Absolutely. Also, I just want to say,
I'd love to invite our third and fourth graders and their teachers to come on up here to light our Shabbat candles and help welcome in the light that Shabbat is for us every week. So come on up, third, fourth graders and your teachers. Come on up, come on up. Gather around. Come on over here. We'll see the, let's see. Would one of our teachers like to light the candles for us? Mazal will do it. Thank you, Mazal. Okay. We're going to cover our eyes.
Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tziva
Amen. And while we're standing up here, we can turn and face the ark, and all of us can rise physically or in spirit. And we are going to begin our worship by praising God with the Barathil.
La 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 Let's bow again. Baruch Adonai Amilvora Le'olam Vaed Le'olam Vaed La 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 la
You all may be seated, but third and fourth graders, if you could stay up here, and as we start to welcome in the evening, if you could lead us in this prayer.
Are you guys ready?
Ready? Here, if you want to look at it. Can you somebody hold the book?
Come on close. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Ready? Baruch atah Adonai, Ama'arif Haravi.
We're going to turn to page 150 for one of my favorite pieces of liturgy in Judaism. And why I love this, I got a good reminder of it earlier. I was talking to somebody, and she said to me, Rabbi, sometimes I feel like nobody loves me. And I mean, it's sad to hear. I don't know if any of you have ever felt that way. I'll be honest, there are times I've felt that way too. And then I have to remind myself, no, there are lots of people who love me. There are lots of people. My family loves me. The people I work with love me. There are people in my community who love me. My friends love me. But well, my puppies, they really love me. But also, I know that no matter what, God always loves me too. Because after all, I'm a child of God, and God loves all of us. And so this next prayer, Ahavat Olam, talks about how much God loves the world. So I want you all to remember, no matter what, even if you're not feeling good one day, it's important to remember there's always, always, always somebody who loves you and is cheering for you, and that's God. Page 150.
Help me with the Chatima, ready? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
152.
Your eyes, ready? Shema's coming. Here we go. Cover eyes. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You guys want to come over here? Or your parents?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. kivod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem kivod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Boy, turn to page 154, and I just talked about how God always loves us. And we have to remember to always love God, even in there are moments, by the way, where I'm frustrated, or I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I'm like, why did this happen? But I have to remember, then when I see a beautiful sunset, when one of my puppies licks my face, when I see the beautiful mountains here, when I see a smile from a friend, that I have a lot of reasons to love God. And that's what the Ve'ahavta is about. So let's sing together, page 154, these words that we can find in the Torah.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'adecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam v'shivtecha v'veitecha u'v'leptecha v'adelech u'v'shofecha u'v'chumecha u'kshartam le'od ayadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם
I was just talking about the many reasons we have to love God. But one of them is that we get to live in a time where we're free. Now, that might not mean we are free to do whatever we want all the time, but we're free to be Jewish. And we're living in a place where we are free to be Jewish, and where we can make friends, and where we can celebrate who we are. And that's really special. We didn't always have that, especially when we were in Egypt, and we were forced to work all day long, every day, in the hot sun, and we're forbidden from being Jewish when we were living under Pharaoh. But then God freed us. And when God freed us, we celebrated and we danced and we said and we sang out, "Who is like you, Adonai our God?" Because we know that there's nobody like God. And so, how about this? We will join hands, third and fourth graders, and we will dance around the room just as the people of Israel did. And all of you are welcome to come and dance with us. That'll be fun.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one that we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
Come on,
Miriam was
parents
a
and grandparents and friends, you can join us.
Join us.
And
The
people on
tapestry
Holy
she wove
Scroll
was one
can
that sang our
especially join us.
history. With every strand and every thread she tapped in her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed me. night
Join me.
long. When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land? And the women dancing with their timbrel followed Rabbi as he sang his song. Sing a song to the one that we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're gonna dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrel followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one that we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Mika mocha baili Madonna, Mika mocha le darakonish, nora tehilot, oh seifele, nora tehilot, oh seifele. Malchut chara uvanecha, bokei ayam, lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Ze'eli anu v'yameru, Ze'eli anu v'yameru, Adonai imelo le'olam, le'olam va'ed, Adonai imelo, Adonai imelo le'olam va'ed.
Thank you, everyone. Great job. That was awesome. If my wife asks, that's my workout for the day. So I exercise more. We are going to turn now to page 162, and we are going to sing about how joyful it is to observe Shabbat with the singing of the Shamri.
Ready? Veshamru b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, ati le'olam, ati le'olam, ati le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ubayom ha'shvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam.
We're going to rise for the Amidah on page 164.
Adonai sefatai tivta, u'fi אגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. La 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 la, 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 la la la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imateinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora Il Elyon גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגין ברוך אתה אדוני מגין אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה לחיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך מלך ממיד ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
This time, you are invited to continue silently on your own from page 172 through page 180, or you can use this as an opportunity for your own prayers and blessings of thanks. And when you're finished, you may be seated.
Shalom v'brama, Yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'aka Yisrael, ve'imru amen, Yaseh shalom v'brama, כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
At this time in our service, we're going to turn our thoughts to our friends and family and community members who could use a prayer for healing of the mind, body, and spirit, and those who are also in a period of recovery and on their journey to healing. You can find our prayer for healing, the Misha Beirach, on page 371.
May the source of strength to bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
This week, we think of these members of our community and their loved ones who could use a prayer for healing. Kitalea bat Masha Chana, Harav Yehuda le ben Dina, Miriam bat Chesed, Myron Yisrael ben Rachel, Daniel Mayer ben Chaya Etia, Asha bat Shirley, Baruch ben Sarah, David Dowsett, Yitzhak Vigilski. Tanner Light, it's good to see you here. We're praying for you and let us know how we can be there for you. Megan Magleby, Rachel Mitchell, Shari Pedersen, Josh Shapiro, Penny Spector, Adina Stern, and Judy Wolf. If you have a name to add, when I look in your direction, you're welcome to share with our community. Joining us on our live stream, if you have a name to share, I invite you to do so as well.
The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to tell you a story that was inspired by this week's Torah portion. It's about a boy who happened to be actually in the 4th grade, and his name was Judah. And Judah loved coming to services. He came to services pretty much every week, and he came to know all of the prayers. He loved all the prayers. He loved them. And he loved dancing at the Michamocha. And he loved standing up. And he loved sitting down. And he loved seeing friends. Well, one day at services, Judah was dancing around during the Michamocha. There he was. He was going, Michamocha, ba. Then he tripped over a chair. And he fell. And he shouted, "Oh my God, I fell over that chair." And he picked himself up and said, "God, that really hurt." Well, Mom told him, "Judah, calm down, brush it off. You're okay." And so Judah went about the rest of the service, went fine. Well, the next week, when Judah was there, the cantor said, "Instead of Vishamru, we're going to sing a new song. It's called Yismehu." And Judah didn't know any of the words. And Judah said afterwards, "God, can't I hated that new song. I knew none of the words. Well, go back to Vishamru. Oh my God, I hated it." Well, that can't feel very good at all. And then, the week after that, the rabbi told everyone to stand up. And with his book in his hand, Judah stood up. He stood up so quickly, they accidentally dropped his book on the floor and made a big noise that everyone turned and looked at him. And he went, "Oh my God, I dropped my book." Well, the rabbi kind of noticed a pattern in Judah's behavior. So he went up to Judah and said, "Judah, can we talk after services?" Judah said, "Of course, Rabbi, sure." And so the rabbi looked at Judah and said, "Judah, I love your name, by the way. That is such a great name. Judah, can you tell me what you think about your name?" And Judah said, "Rabbi, I think I have the coolest name in the whole world." Rabbi was pleased to hear that Judah liked his name so much. "Judah, why do you like your name? Tell me a bit more about that." Well, Judah can be found in the Torah. He was one of the sons of Jacob, and most of us are from the tribe of Judah. That's why we practice Judaism. And also, my favorite holiday. What's your favorite Jewish holiday? Anybody have a favorite Jewish holiday? What's your favorite? Hanukkah. That was Judah's also. He loved Hanukkah. He said most kids love Hanukkah. It's their favorite holiday. I knew you were going to say that. And who is the hero of the Hanukkah story? Judah Maccabees. So I have a pretty great name. Well, the rabbi was pleased to hear this and said, "Judah, do you know what your name actually means?" Judah said, "Well, no, I don't, Rabbi." And the rabbi said, "Judah means thankful. When you say, 'I'm Jewish' or 'I practice Judaism,' you're saying, 'I practice thankfulness.' It's a name about being thankful and happy. And I'm glad you're thankful for your name because it's such a good name. It makes me smile when I hear your name because it's such a good name." But Judah, I have a question for you. How would you feel if every time somebody got angry, they said your name? Like, "Judah, I dropped my book. I tripped. Oh, Judah." I said, "Well, that wouldn't make me feel very good at all. I want people to feel happy when they hear my name. I want them to feel proud when they hear my name. I don't want them to be angry." Well, the rabbi took out his favorite book. He said, "You know this book, Judah? It's been a bestseller for 3,000 years. It's from my favorite author, God. And inside of it, right in the middle, look at that, I turned right to it. That's how well I know this book. In Parsha and more, which we're in this very week, Judah, there's a story about another boy who would say God's name when he got angry. And what we read about in the Torah is that this was extremely hurtful to God. Because God had done so much for the people of Israel. God had taken them out of Egypt. God had made a covenant with them. God had given them the Torah. When they were hungry, God gave them food. And when they were thirsty, God gave them water. And God had protected them against enemies. And yet, in the Torah, we read this week about how a guy got really angry and used God's name as this bad word that really hurt God's feelings. Well, Judah thought differently and said, I could see how me using God's name when I get angry probably doesn't feel very good to God. And so Judah asked himself, how do I make this right? Because God has done so much for me. Everything I have in this world is thanks to God. And Judah had an idea. The next week, he came to services, and the cantor sang a beautiful song that Judah had never heard before. Judah walked right up to the cantor, looked her straight in the eye, and said, Cantor, God bless you. I love that song. Thank God we have a cantor with such a beautiful voice. And then he went outside and saw the most beautiful sunset, and he shouted, thank you, God, for this beautiful sunset. And going forward, Judah made sure that every time he used God's name, it was for an opportunity to let God know how grateful he was for all the blessings he could see in the world. So I hope for each of us, we can take moments to be like super Jewish. And what I mean by super Jewish is not necessarily if you keep kosher or if you drive on Shabbat or anything like that. Being super Jewish literally means being super grateful. If we can find time in our week to be super grateful for different things in our life. And when we get angry, don't say God's name in a bad way, but rather when we are grateful, take a moment to say thank you to God. Shabbat Shalom. I have a few announcements before we conclude our services. Thank you to Salt Lake PD always for keeping us safe. And I want to thank you, Cantor, for beautifully leading us and teaching our amazing third and fourth graders who've also done such a great job so far tonight. Thank you, third and fourth graders. And thank you to your families for being here. It's really nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying services. And because, hey, we got them every Friday. And I want to also, I see some of our other staff here, our religious school director, Tamara Kipper, our religious school assistant director over there, Tracy Plotkin, our programming coordinator, Galit Livne, good to see you. And also I see our third and fourth grade teachers, Kai Plotkin, good to see you, and also Mazal and Adam and David. Thank you all so much for all you do for our community. Well, I'm excited. I know Galit is especially excited over there because Galit has been working so hard. Bless you. God bless you. I was listening to the rabbi. So I know Galit's particularly excited because this Sunday we have our 50th anniversary gala. And if you don't have tickets yet, I'm very sorry to tell you it is completely sold out, over 300 attendees. But you can still support us because we have online our auction. And I've never seen an auction like this. There's things on there from like gym workouts to going to a baseball game with me and study sessions with me to big things like a trip to Ireland, a trip to go wine tasting, dinner at Valter's, and a lot of really, really cool things. And the auction is online, so you can bid from the comfort of your home, even if you're not at the gala. And it will, until the auction closes, about 8:30 p.m. on Sunday. I'm currently in a bidding war with somebody over the date night package. So there you go. Some good restaurants there. But, so check that out. That's a great way to support us and get some cool things out of it too. A lot of things for our auction, including like a staycation 2 nights at the new Hyatt Regency here. It's pretty cool. Anyways, this summer we're introducing Camp Kolami for children going into grades 1 through 3, the week of June 26th through 30th. And each day we'll explore Judaism and build and strengthen bonds within our Jewish community. So registration's now open, and you can join us for the whole week or even just a day. You can go talk to Tamara if you have any questions about that. And a couple of things to mark on your calendar. Our last Rosh Chodesh event for 5783 is Tuesday, May 16th in Esther's Garden. And on Wednesday, that's our women's groups. Check that out. On Wednesday, May 17th from 5 to 6, parents are invited to a panel discussion on child and adolescent mental health. It's been, especially as a fairly new parent, concerning for me to see the rise of mental health challenges for children in our community. And so we're going to have a special program on that so that we can know how to support each other and what resources are available. So that's 5 to 6 on Wednesday, May 17th. Our next Shir Shabbat and dinner at the shul is scheduled for Friday, May 19th. Those are a lot of fun. If you enjoy musical Shabbats and dinner afterwards, check that out. And then our last day of religious school, saddest day of the year for me, is May 21st. But in order to cheer me up, we're going to have a barbecue and everybody is invited. So come and celebrate with us as we go into summer. And finally, the last message thing I have on here is that we unfortunately had a couple people drop off of our Israel trip, meaning that we have some more spots available, and I'm going to Israel July 23rd through August 3rd, and there's an optional 2-day Petra extension afterwards, the 4th and 5th. And this is a trip that we planned during the summertime because it's specifically geared for people of all ages. Kids are welcome, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Or bring grandparents along. It's really an intergenerational trip. So if you are interested in going to Israel with me this summer and having a really great time, riding some camels, hanging out on the beach, and also seeing some cool Jewish sites, come talk to me, please. We are going to now move into the concluding part of our service, and following our service, join us in the social hall. We'll have a bit of an Oneg Shabbat with some refreshments, and thank you all for being here. So we are going to turn now to the Aleinu on page 586. Can I call our 3rd and 4th graders up here one more time to help me open the ark? That would be awesome. Come on up, 3rd and 4th graders. All right, go ahead. You can open the ark. Pull gently the door open. Pull a little harder than that. And please rise. 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם דרכנו כהן, ויגור עלינו ככל המונה. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Thank you. Great job. And you can go back to your seats. Thank you.
ונאמר והיה אדוני במלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. An important part of being Jewish is memory and remembering people who maybe their life has ended, but their memory still stays with us and brings us joy. And an important part about being Jewish too is being there to support people in our community when they are sad because somebody close to them has died. And so at this time, we think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, and those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own as we remember them.
If you hear the name of a loved one, you're invited to rise upon hearing that name. In the period of Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning, we remember David Plotkin, father of Gabe, Kaya, and Jude Plotkin, and former spouse of Tracy Plotkin. I see some of the Plotkins here. Please know how much we love you and let us know how we can support you during this time of loss. And this week we commemorate the anniversary of passing of these loved ones on their Yortzeit. Erwin Anisman, Morris Banchik, Adam Berkson, Yefim Balin, Walter Woodrow Bryant, Isidore Cantor, Tessie Elster, Fred Elster, Seymour Falk, Karen Fieldstead, Marcia Gilband, Kay Glow, Marvin Goldberg, Margot H. Grunstein, Emma Hellwing, Leon Label Hirsch, Harry Karasik, Mary Jo Knudsen, Warren Leventhal, Michael Lobel, Vladimir Mishnovich, Milton Newman, Linda Mendelson Overa, Therese Plath, Ira Patashner, Leo Rokich, Leib Shimonovich, Carlisle Spitzer, Saul Stoller, Arthur Teutsch, Larry Vigor, and Ida White. And if you have a name to add, when I look in your direction, you can rise and share physically or in spirit and share their name with us. And if you're watching on our live stream, you're invited to share your name as well. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. If you're in mourning or it's your tradition to do so, you're invited to rise. We are on page 598. Yid Gadah, V'Gadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alman Divrach Yirteh, V'yemech Malchuteh, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayeh Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'agalah V'zman Karev V'emru, Amen. Yesh Me Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Omei Almaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudashah V'rehu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Dami Ram Be'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Alinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Romav Uyasei Shalom Alinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Amen. A source of peace and peace to all who are mourning. Comfort the bereaved among us. And again, we say, Amen. Amen. We're going to conclude with those words that we just said at the end of Kaddish. Osei Shalom. You're well, I bet our third and fourth graders know this really well, so you can join in with us. And afterwards, we are going to move to the social hall for Kiddush and Motzi and a little bit of refreshments and visiting with each other. Let's join in.
Oseh Shalom B'Rama, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom B'Rama, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom B'Rama, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, third and fourth graders. And we are going to move next door into the social hall for Kiddush and Motzi. Come join me.
Bim bam bim bidi ba, bim bidi bidi bim. Please return your shakers. Bim bam bim bidi ba, bim bidi bidi bim ba. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.